This is Record Royale, where we throw two albums into the ring with one another and see which one comes out on top. So, now that we're on Zoom, as I've mentioned before, I do a bit of online guitar teaching with Zoom, and as we've mentioned a few times before, but if you follow us on the gram on Instagram, you can see our videos, and we always have relevant virtual backgrounds to what albums we're talking about. And since we've done, yes, sometimes it's pretty Easter eggy, and the past 2 weeks since we've been on Zoom, I always forget to get rid of my background, and then I get onto the online lessons, and then the kids see it. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
Well, I can't.
Have
and
there
like,
been some good ones up there?
Well, the first week, it was last week it was like the big wrestling virtual, like the No Mercy 1999 game, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot again. I can't remember what it was the first week. What albums did we do 2 weeks ago? Episode 45. It was the Gorillas. It was it was the Simpsons. This Metallica is the Simpsons background. I was like,
I would have loved that.
Yeah, they would have thought you the best for that.
Well, I get on, and because I'm just chilling, and then I see it, I'm like, oh shit.
Do it?
I like completely change it, get rid of my video, and I'm gone.
Do you have like that one kid that wants to learn Metallica?
Not, yeah. Like,
out of all, like, the
actually,
6-year-olds?
funnily enough, today, one kid wants to learn Chop Suey by System of a Down. Like, it got into the lesson because I haven't taught him in a while, and I was like, what do you want to learn? What have you been listening to? He's like, he's like 7, by the way. He was like, I don't know. Do you know Chop Suey? And I was like, do I?
Yeah, I do.
As opposed to like, Shotgun by George Ezra and Choir by Guy Sebastian. Hey, great pop tracks in their own right. But if someone requests a Chop Suey or a freaking Enter Sandman, I will jump at that opportunity straight away.
Just playing the solos the whole time, not letting them talk. Look at this.
No, wait, check this out. What'd you think? Good? All right, sweet. What a great yarn to kick off episode 47. We got Jackson from awesome Melbourne band Hammock joining the show this week. Hello, Jackson. How you doing?
Hey. Yeah, I'm good. How are you guys going?
Yeah,
Bloody
good.
Great. Thanks,
Very well.
thanks so much for doing this, man. It's gonna be a good time.
I'm excited. I'm pumped.
Have you done any podcasts before?
No, we did. No, actually, I was meant to do a podcast. We've done one podcast before. We did David James Young's All My Friends Are in Bar Bands.
Yes. Yep.
What a great podcast.
Oh, it was an excellent time, but we're like fairly close with him anyway. So it didn't really feel like he came to one of our shows and we just sat in the green room or whatever and talked for 2 hours. So didn't really feel like a podcast. This is definitely the most official feeling podcast I've ever sat on.
Thanks, sir.
There it
We'll
is.
take that.
Hey.
We'll take that to the bank.
Relax. It's a good time. DJ Y, I swear, he knows every single person in the music scene
everyone,
in the world, maybe.
Yeah, it's not even just Australia.
Yeah, he's had like
had
over
Pup
international
on.
bands. Like,
That blew my
I
mind.
listened to the Pup one, of course I did.
Crazy.
But
It's freakish,
that's sick. Because we know Chris Young. Shout out to Chris Young.
Shout out to Chris from online.
Whatever you're doing, Chris, from Nowra.
From Nowra.
From Nowra on the East Coast.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
wow.
That's it. What's been happening for Rat Hammock the past couple of months? Do you have any? I saw you played the festival. What was the festival called? Was it Something Sounds?
Summer Sounds.
It's funny because you just called us the most serious professional pod.
That's right.
I can't remember shit like that.
No,
what was it called again?
It was called Summer Sounds.
Summer Sounds. I knew it had sounds in it. Yeah, how'd that one go?
That's correct. It was it was really good. That was at Sydney Maya. We were playing with Spacey Jane, who are just
sick.
ridiculously huge at the moment. It's quite alarming how massive that band is. So it was sick. It was after we'd had obviously like everyone, we had like a really big year planned last year, and we were going to play like the biggest shows we'd ever played, and they all got canned, starting with we were meant to do Falls Festival at the beginning of last year, and because of the bushfires that was cancelled, and that was like the beginning of our string of like all of our dreams just falling apart. And so it was just like, to be honest, it could have been a terrible gig, and I would have just been so relieved to have done it. That would have been like enough for me, but it was actually amazing. And we practiced really, really hard and prior to it, because we had nothing to do. And so we sounded really good. Probably the best we've ever sounded, I would say.
I saw all your stories before it, and when you were just like videoing like the size of it, and it made me feel sick.
It was mammoth, and they were still like, I don't think they need to do it anymore, but they still had like all of the pods set up. Yeah. So it was just like looking in like the teeth of Iron Man or something. It was just so much metal out there. But it was sick. It was so crazy. It went really well. So
awesome.
They were fun.
That's really cool. Spacey Jane, they're currently touring now with Jess Day on support.
That is correct.
Jess Day also teaches guitar for the same business I do.
Oh, really? The same business, really?
Yeah. She does the Adelaide stuff. She does a bit of online too. But fun little fact. So that was sick when I saw she got that tour. I was like, whew, my goodness, that's like the biggest tour. Well, it's probably
one of the biggest you can get at the moment, probably.
No one's doing it. No one's committing to it. So I feel like they're the only ones out. Yeah.
And they're killing it.
Yeah.
It's really nice. So there's heaps of shows popping back up, and like they're really starting now, which is really great to see. Have you heard any words from like festivals in terms of what they're going to be doing, Jackson?
That's a good question. I think it's still kind of up in the air. They're getting lineups together. As far as, I mean, I'm not a booking agent, so don't hold me to this whatsoever. You know, like I have no idea really is what I should be saying. But I'm pretty sure that they're booking for the end of the year now. So we'll see. You know, like, but that's everyone's plan. Yeah.
Well, how's Blues Fest today?
Oh, so crazy. Yeah.
That is, oh my God.
It's actually crushing news.
What happened? I didn't
because Byron's had a few COVID cases.
Corona.
Wasn't it meant to start tomorrow as of recording?
Yeah, tomorrow? Literally tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, that is, that's no good. Far out. And because I was obviously cancelled last year, rescheduled 100 times. That is such a rot. Mammoth rot. Moving on though from Blues Fest, unfortunately. Shout out to Blues Fest. We're doing Alex G, Beach Music, and Car Seat Headrest Twin Fantasy. Jackson, where do these two albums or artists sit with you in like your, I don't know, all-time rankings or current rankings?
That's true. It's a good question. I think that they're really, really big acts in my world. Like Alex G, particularly, like I had probably a solid 18-month period where it was almost exclusively all I listened to, which is over now. And I feel like some shackles have been lifted. To be honest, I'm kind of relieved that I don't listen to it that much anymore, because it was kind of fucked up and it was hard to, you know, like, it's just such a, I feel like he's such an idiosyncratic artist that it's, if you listen to too much of it, it's really, really hard to get away from just kind of doing that thing. Yeah. So
he's addictive.
It's very addictive, yeah. But anyway, so Beach Music was the first Alex G record that I heard. So I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's definitely like, it's like I'd never really heard music like that because I didn't get into that kind of indie rock until like late, I guess. And then
what were you into before that?
I was into a lot of different things. Like, I guess I liked rock music when I was a teenager and stuff like that. But I actually, after I moved to Melbourne, I studied jazz at the VCA, and I was doing like neo soul and hip hop primarily when I moved here as like a guitar player.
Damn, that's cool.
Which was that was kind of that was my bag for probably 3 years or 4 years, pretty heavy. And I kind of like songwriters and stuff prior to that. So I was always kind of doing like folk songwriting. And then like only really the last like 4 years or something like that have I really gotten into like electric guitar kind of indie rock. Mm-hmm. But Car Seat Headrest, I probably started listening to it at a similar time, maybe a little bit later than that. And look, maybe not quite as obsessed with Car Seat Headrest, but I love this album in particular as as I guess like a really cohesive piece of art. Like it feels very much like an art record, more than some of the other great albums of the genre.
Yeah,
for sure.
I saw Car Seat Headrest play. Have they played Laneway before? Because I remember. I don't know why. I never went to a Laneway.
They did a big tour that I think we were touring at the same time.
I'll look it up.
Gutted.
But yeah, because I remember. That's what I remember. Around that time, I just remember hearing all about them. I was like, who? Or about him, I suppose. But
they played. I remember just before I got into them, they played the Gasso. I don't know if you know that venue. Yeah, the Gasso.
Yeah, we've been there,
with Jarrow. This like these friends of mine. And it was like one of those classic things where you like get like pretty obsessed with someone, and then you're like, oh, I can't wait for them to tour, and you look it up, and it's like, oh, they were here 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
that's my whole life.
Yeah,
done that so many times. Pup at the Cambo.
Yeah,
stupid idiots. Anyway.
Wait, did you go to? Did you come to Pup though when we saw them in Sydney though, Adam?
Yeah, but it was only like 20 minutes or something compared to seeing them at the Cambridge Hotel, and then
headline show. Yeah,
listen to them for the first. I think I got offered a free ticket. I think Joe was like, "I've got 2 tickets. Come."
Yeah, that's right. Car Seat Headrest played
our favourite
Laneway
band a couple of weeks later. Anyway,
Car Seat Headrest played Laneway 2017. Yeah, right, so 4 years ago. But I don't know because they just kept popping up, but I just simply never listened to them. And then never listen to these songs. But then when I put the album on, I was like, I did not expect them to sound like this, but it sounded really good.
True. It's very Will St. Clair, I reckon. Like,
is it? I don't know.
I reckon it is. There's aspects to it that I'm like, Saint would like froth this.
Yeah, there was
the hooks. There's some hooks.
Yeah, there were some hooks. Were some hooks. At some points, because I was expecting to be super weird. It is a little bit weird.
It's pretty weird,
but like. Not as weird as what I was expecting. That's kind of... It was like a good surprise. Don't
get
me wrong.
Definitely a bit weirder in a good way, I reckon.
Yeah.
But
I thought the opposite. I thought Alex G was going to be... Once again, haven't listened to Alex G enough anyway to form an opinion. But I was expecting a swap. I thought Car Seat Headrest was going to be way weirder than Alex G. No. Alex G is going to be more like... I don't know.
It's a fair bit weirder if you listen to the original album.
That's true too.
If you listen to how, because this like Twin Fantasies are re-record and everything. If you listen to the first one, it's so lo-fi. Like the songs are still there, which makes it kind of weird to listen to because they're like these amazingly written songs, but then like there's points that they just sound like they're recorded on a phone. It's kind of like the best demos you've ever heard ever.
Yeah. Like, but the worst demos as well.
But the worst as well.
Very low quality.
And then you listen to it redone and you're like, oh, he's a genius.
Like he released that music.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Well, and it was really, really popular too. Like, in the underground scene. Like,
well, that's why he did it, basically.
Yeah.
So he had
I got a little bit on that.
Like, this is the real good one. And
yeah, I got a little bit on that in the little fact section. Let's pump through it. So Alex G. Oh, God, I'm going to butcher this. I like writing their names. So Alexander Gianoskuli?
I think it's Gianascoli.
Gianascoli,
yeah.
Damn, from Pennsylvania in the States. This was his sixth studio album, Beach Music, released on the 9th of October 2015 by Domino Records. I think we mentioned them before. They've released stuff from like Franz Ferdinand, Arctic Monkeys, Fortet, funnily enough. Self-produced. I'm assuming it was self-recorded as well. Was it?
Fairly sure.
Yeah. But mixed. His first record that someone else mixed.
Right. Okay. Cool. Had 3 singles: Bug, Salt, and Kicker. It didn't like chart in the States. It did like US Heat Seekers, which I think is like newer artists. Their charts got like number 9 on that. Fun fact, also, I'm sure all 3 of you already know it. Maybe some listeners won't. He recorded guitars on a few tracks of Frank Ocean's Endless and Blonde albums. You're all nodding your head. Yep.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That was the first time.
Oh, that was a 2 truths and a lie, wasn't it, Brad?
Maybe.
I actually feel pretty bad because I wasn't going to include that because my thought process was,
Well, it seems that you'll
this
know
is a
it,
juicy
so
one,
it's all
yeah.
good.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you got time to quickly do a quick Google search. All right. Car Seat Headrest, they're from Virginia in the States. 6 studio album from Will Toledo. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Toledo.
You even told me
Toledo,
before
Batman.
and I still carked it. So Will Toledo. Self-produced, self-recorded, and self-released on the 2nd of November 2011. It was originally released on Bandcamp. He said he thought 100 people downloaded it, but then I think it's been downloaded like over 35,000 times on Bandcamp now. But in February of 2018, as you just mentioned before, the album was re-released by Matador Records as a full band recording and reworking, which peaked at 92 in the US and 68 in the UK. The singles from the re-release were Beach Life in Death. Was it the whole 12 minutes of that song?
All of it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Nervous
opera,
Young
an indie
Inhumans. Yeah, Cute Thing and My Boy Twin Fantasy. That's all I got for the facts. Let's do the album. Before we do though, Brad, you still quickly.
I think I got something. I think. Yeah, I got it. Don't worry, boys. We can do it.
I hope it's the most obvious
yeah,
lie or fact.
No. I got you.
Okay, cool.
Continue.
Brad and Adam. Oh, actually, Jackson, have you listened to Oso Oso before?
No, what is Oso Oso?
They're a like emo indie band from America.
Okay.
I reckon Alex G sounds like a less pop punk. Actually, I should probably say Oso Oso sounds like a more pop punk Alex G. Brad and Adam, do you think that?
Yeah.
It's fair because track 1, side 1 off the first album sounds eerily similar to Bug and Thorns from. You can sing the same like outro lyric to it over the same thing, and it kind of works.
True.
I don't think. I can see where you're coming from, but I kind of disagree at the same time.
What period were Oso releasing?
They were after.
Yeah.
Okay.
2016.
I can see some inspiration, maybe, but I wouldn't say
inspiration.
Definitely different.
I reckon
kind of
pretty
things
similar.
they're
Like even song structures and like the way he sings.
I can definitely
reminded me
hear
of
it.
Oso
I know
Oso.
what you mean. Like hearing his actual performance, his vocal performance, but different feelings and different stuff.
What's your Oso recommendation? Where should I start if I want to?
That's a great
album
question.
or
album or whatever. You know, yeah.
It's me and Brad's favorite band. So
okay, all right.
I really like Basking in the Glow. That album.
That's his
Yanahan mixtape is the entry level.
That's his.
What was that one? What was the mixtape?
Yanahan mixtape.
How do you spell that?
YUNAHON.
Okay,
I think.
But I think
wrong.
I think the album before that's even better.
Yeah, I think we should go to the second first though.
Real stories of true people who kind of look like monsters.
Yeah,
that's the album title.
Yeah.
Wait. So, real stories of true people that kind of look like monsters.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so good. I was so glad that I've been trying to get into Alex G for so long because Brad's been trying to tell me to listen to it. But I've always just looked on Spotify and seen like I've listened to the singles, but just seen how many albums he has and found it really daunting to like where do I start sort of thing.
Yeah, that's
true. I'm so glad that you brought because I think this is a good starter for sure.
Yeah, well, like I said, it was my starter. But I mean, I totally get it. It's also music that isn't really for everyone in the sense that it's like pretty eclectic. I know that not that it's much of a yardstick or whatever, but I know Anthony Fantano, the Needle Drop dude, has never given him a good review whatsoever. He shits on him every record.
He hates a lot of our favorite bands as well.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
But I reckon I loved it. I got a lot of when I was listening to it because we did Claro on the pod.
Oh yeah, sick.
Like maybe 6 months ago, and I kept picking up. I was like, God, Claro sounds like a lot of sort of melodies that she had, and then I like looked up if they had any if they were friends or anything, and she's covered like 6 of his songs.
A lot of his, on SoundCloud. A bunch of Alex G covers.
So
same with Cole from Dive. He's released a bunch of Alex G covers, and Phoebe Bridges has done a lot of Alex G covers.
Yeah, I saw the Phoebe Bridges ones as well.
Yeah.
Even good old Noah Church has done Bad Man by Alex G.
Oh, sick.
Shout to Noah from Dave. Yes,
Dave the
band.
Band,
that was I checked your podcast with the guy from Dave the Band.
Yeah.
That's the one we were saying that we had to use the Skype audio. One of the ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
you would have checked out the crusty little freaking dirt of audio. But
that was a great
now,
episode though. The Steve Albini stories were so good.
Yeah, that was great.
Crazy.
Also, that was freaking. This is when we did a segment where we had to make our own movie pitches. And Noah's was so funny. It was like Jack Black has a stroke and he can't. He's written the best song in the world. But he has a stroke and then can't remember it. so funny.
Amazing.
Bring back that segment. There was some weird ideas there.
Maybe. It's better than freaking.
What did you think of Beach Life in Death, everyone?
It was my favorite track on the album.
That's my favorite track on the album.
Like
also, yeah.
It's like I wrote this down, but I can't remember. I wrote it on the wrong computer. I've cooked today.
We often talk a fair bit of shit on the long songs.
I know. Whenever
we do them, because sometimes you're just like,
It's daunting going into a long song. You're like, all right, I gotta cop this, but
you gotta concentrate.
It does. What it does well as a long song, it has sections within the song.
Yeah,
it's not just one whole long
three movements.
Yeah, and it reminded me. I just always go to the best long song of all time, Jesus of Suburbia by Green Day.
I had the same thought.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, and I just like it does it really well. It follows like the
You're
same.
right, you know.
Yeah, it follows the same steps. If you want to make a good long song, you follow those steps, and it's heaps good. And it's super catchy, like all throughout as well.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I love his lyrics on that track are unreal as well. Just how like bored he is basically with his life and all the menial tasks and stuff. It was amazing.
Did you? Love that was a single.
Yeah. Well, did you see this? The story with the single. So, Nervous, Young Inhuman was meant to be the first single, but there were like a bunch of delays with that coming out, and so we was like, well, can we just drop this song and do no press around it whatsoever and not tell anyone anything about anything and just have it come out, this 13-minute epic with no media and just, fuck it, who cares? So I guess that's why it's such an unusual choice for first single, but I don't think that was the plan for it to be like this normal, generic first single.
That's even better though.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's such a, like, I don't know, being in a band relating to shit not like getting done or getting pushed back, and you're like, fuck it, just do this, just put it out there.
Just put something out there.
Yeah.
For the fans, yeah.
I actually kind of got like the Strokes vibes on a lot of these songs on Twin Fantasy.
Yeah,
the guitars
definitely.
and stuff.
And his
vocal performance as well,
yeah, like that kind of low pitch, like, I don't know.
It's almost like a crooning kind of style. Yeah.
Raspy.
Bit of Jack White in there as well.
I think that's right with what you were saying earlier about it being not as weird as you expected it to be. I think you're bang on in that if you listen to the sections individually, they are really like straight ahead rock sounding. But it's when you like look at how he pieces all of the sections next to each other that it starts to become really, really strange at sounding.
Yeah, super strange structures and so many like pretty out there themes that keep reoccurring all through the album.
Yeah,
so good.
Had a field day on Genius through the lyrics today.
Oh yeah,
oh my god, it gets very deep. There's a lot of religion on this album and places you don't think that it goes, but like Will Toledo has confirmed, it's very deep.
A lot of spoken word passages, which I was kind of surprised by.
Yeah, I read that.
I fucked with it. I read it.
The whole album was written about it was one of his exes, and she was an artist, and like she draws comics, and a lot of the themes that were in the comics, he like would talk about them. Like they're in the lyrics. I can't remember. There's something about like an exploding star, and that keeps popping up. And that was like a character in the her comics. And she actually, I hope this isn't one of your facts, Brad, but she did the artwork. So she did the artwork for him after they broke up.
The inner sleeve.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The Twin Fantasy one.
Yeah, the Twin Fantasy one. After they broke up, and he wrote this massive.
I thought he did the cover art.
I think he did the cover.
Did he?
And then she there was like she did a booklet that went along with the initial. So he did the initial drawing, and then she.
Yeah, because I read that he did like not everything.
That's so interesting because in My Two Truths and a Lie there is something like that on Alex G.
That's so interesting.
Oh, really?
Wow,
you just said My Two Truths and a Lie again.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
You almost butchered both of them. Yeah. Thank you.
Can this segment.
Thin ice, boys. Honestly.
Speaking of which, do you want to get into segments?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. And we're going to kick it off with Get Inked.
Get inked.
All right, Jackson, we're going to make some tattoo designs from something about these two albums. What do you got for us?
Shall I go first? Is that
you're gonna kick it off?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is really hard for me. I thought that especially I really struggled with the car seat headrest one, but I think that this is because I don't have any tattoos and I'm quite afraid of tattoos and the idea of committing to something. So maybe that's why I struggled with it. But yeah, so the idea I had for the Alex G record, I don't know if you remember the song off the record, In Love, which is that one where he kind of like sings all weird, like it's almost like Neil Young, and it's like a
with the
piano
with the
ballad
section.
Yeah,
in it.
exactly. Yeah.
I wrote down that he sounded like John Mulaney. Do you know that?
Oh yeah, totally, yeah.
Anyway,
but very weird option to just have like a an accent or like a fake voice for one of the tracks. But I love that song, and the lyric that I based the tattoo off was certain I'm walking in love. The kind of like that's the whole chorus, or like the B section refrain is it, you're doing these things in love. So I heard that line and then I thought maybe it'd be good to like have like that caption, but then base the tattoo off of another big influence of mine. Well, not really, another big media in my life at the moment. I just watched that movie Soul. I don't know if you've seen it. Yeah.
No, I haven't yet. I'm excited.
Oh, well, no spoilers, but he dies. That's kind of the whole premise, is that he dies at like the beginning of the film. Yeah. Cool. But is it going to really annoy you if I feel like I need to tell the part of the movie that it's based off?
No, go for it.
You don't mind the spoiler?
I don't think I'm going to watch Soul anytime soon.
Oh, well, firstly, you should.
You should.
And secondly, so like basically he's like he's a failed like jazz musician who is like teaching a high school jazz band. At the very beginning of the movie, and his mum gives him a hard time because like he's never gotten a gig and all of that, and then he ends up like somehow getting an opportunity to audition for this local like amazing act that's like his dream gig, and he goes in and he kills the audition and it's amazing. And she's like, great, well, you got it, I'll see you back here at 8:00 or whatever. And he's like, oh my God, this is so amazing. I could die happy just knowing that I got this gig. And he walks out and he's in such a daze and out of touch with reality that like he's walking through New York City and like out onto the busy roads and like almost gets hit by a car. And then like all of these near-death experiences, like something almost falls on him and he ends up like walking straight into a manhole and falls down like 30 feet and dies at the bottom of this manhole. So, I thought maybe I'd get a soul tattoo of him like walking out into the across the manhole with certain I'm walking in love under it. So like a cross reference.
That'd be so good.
That's the best tattoo yet of the show.
That's so nice.
I also now really want to watch Soul.
Oh, it's such a beautiful movie.
It's actually fucking amazing, and it's so
been meaning to do it.
Wildly, like such a wildly crazy concept where you like he needs like he's a soul and he's like I don't want to go,
Like I struggled to when I was watching. I was like I don't know if a lot of kids would. I think this would freak them out a little bit.
It's a very adult
about
movie.
Death pretty like frankly, but yeah, it's
Who's
good.
it by? You say Pixar.
Yeah.
I need to get Disney Plus. I think
it's amazing. Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah, I need to get it before all the Star Wars shit comes out.
It's got Simpsons as well. It's so good.
True story. Wait, was that your Alex G one?
That was my Alex G one. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
I do have a car seat headrest one. I thought out of Beach Life in Death, I based it off the line when I wrote Beach Funeral. Which is like that's actually interesting with the car seat headrest thing because it's like he references all these other tracks on the album. Like we were saying, the lyrics all kind of interweave. But then Beach Funeral and Beach Death are both tracks off of his third album, I think. Like the album just titled 3. so he's like referencing these tracks on different records as well, and it's kind of crazy. But anyway, so I thought I get a beach funeral tattoo that was just like a Hawaiian kind of funeral on the beach with like a surfboard gravestone, and like maybe the pastor's like playing the ukulele or whatever, and
sounds
everyone's
like a Mambo shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's someone's grave.
Sounds like a Kmart shirt.
That's right. Yeah, and it's like my name on the my own name on the gravestone kind of vibe. Yeah,
that's sick.
That'd be good.
That was so good.
They were both
Jackson,
really
they
good.
were both so good.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
thank you.
next.
The rest of ours are going to be dog shit. So
It's
look out.
it's been a pattern though. The guests tattoos
Guests
have
always
been
do
so
well.
much better. Yeah, and we're just
When you
like,
put in no
well,
effort.
we're
The
freaking
first-
out. We're like
the first thing that comes to mind. I'm like, yep, that'll do.
Next.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so check this out. Oh, by the way, to your point of how you said you don't have any tattoos, I only have one. Adam, do you have a tattoo?
No, I don't have
And
one.
Brad
But
has
I'm
a-
the same.
Brad
I
has a
just keep
couple.
getting scared.
I got
So-
a couple.
We're not covered in tats. We're actually thinking. Well, I'm thinking we should get a tat for our
I think we should.
because we've done like 100 tattoos. Well, no, more than 100. Oh my god, it's like 300 tattoos to choose.
Tattoo
from.
ideas.
you should do you know what you should do? You should when you get to the 100th episode, you should get the fans to vote on and pick everyone
Funny you
gets
say
one get inked, like one of
Yeah.
your own ideas for get inked, but it's a fan voted thing.
Yeah.
I reckon
that's
we
it.
should do
We've
that.
tossed that idea around, and I've already said, and so's Adam. But Brad, when we did Daft Punk on like the
Oh, yeah.
6th episode, and Brad did a tattoo. It was like, well, their song "Stronger." It's like one of the Daft
Better,
Punk.
faster, stronger.
Yeah,
Or
one of the
just-
Daft Punk members bench pressing the other one, just spotting him. Like,
That's the best idea ever.
like
That's
we're-
an
I wanna get-
amazing
I would-
tattoo.
yeah, I want that over any other one. So
Let's
still
do
the
that.
best one, Brad.
That's so
Thanks,
good.
Thanks, sir.
All right, check this out. From Alex J. Kicker, the line, "White bird in a black cloud, pull the trigger, love it first bite." What, Adam? What?
No, it's just. Are you just gonna say a white bird in front of a black cloud?
No. I'm saying like a little Tweety bird type bird holding... I was thinking like a gun because trigger, but like love hearts come out instead.
Oh, that's really
cute.
good.
Yeah, so it's like a little little Tweety bird with a little gun.
That's sick.
For car seat headrest from Nervous Young. This one's shit. Nervous Young Inhumans. You should have seen my cursive back then. Every letter was above the line. I was just thinking like, you know where this is going. Either car seat headrest or Nervous Young Inhumans in like cursive writing with a couple of lines.
Whoa. I rate it.
That'd be kind of nice. Nervous Young Inhumans
Yeah.
in purpose would look good.
Yeah,
It would be
sure,
really
but
good,
it's
yeah.
the least creative tattoo I could have thought of.
What is your
Both of mine
cursive
are-
like?
Not
My
creative at all.
cursive, it
Yeah,
was
would you-
great when I was in like year 4, and then
Mine was shithouse forever.
ever since I've left school, and obviously I just type now. I just never my handwriting is garbage.
It's all
now.
capitals now.
Yeah,
It's just
like,
like-
even then I still struggle to write it in between the lines.
Yeah.
Nice.
Adam, you were laughing at all mine. You can go next.
Mine are just as bad. Mine are more literal. That's how bad mine are. I thought that you were going to say the bird one because I did think of just doing that.
Hey, me too.
And I was like,
I had it written down, but
Yeah, I was like,
I opted out. Yeah.
I was like, that might be too obvious. I was gonna have. We've featured this cartoon character before. I think you've had him as a tattoo before, Will.
Oh, is it Heimlich from A Bug's
Heimlich.
Life?
Yeah. So
Is
this from
it
Bug,
actually?
for Alex G.
Wait, is it
So,
actually?
do you know what the crosshair? So the line is bug in the crosshair. The crosshair is like
Yeah.
when you look through a gun, like the target.
The aim.
Yeah.
So it would just be his big fat head with a big aiming around him.
Wait, so you're being serious? It was actually Heimlich from A Bug's
Yeah,
Life.
Heimlich.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Damn.
Who would've
But with a
thought?
big aim on his head. And then my other one for
They're
the car seat
killing
headrest was the Stop Smoking We Love You from Stop Smoking. Just have that on. I'd have it on my knee, like on an ashtray, and would say "Stop Smoking We Love You" with like a ciggy burning out on it.
Damn.
And I would have it
Sick.
there as a reminder to not
good.
smoke.
That's beautiful.
Also
Oh, boy.
great.
Might help.
Get off the diaries. Bradley?
Okay, mine's from Bug. And if we're going to use Heimlich from Bug's Life, I might as well. I was singing like the first verse, he doesn't know me, no pain for my gain, calling my cell phone, no time for that, shame. Yeah, I was singing just like a bug on like a, you had them kids cell phones with the lollies inside of it. Might get Heimlich on like the kid's lolly cell phone.
That's sick.
My backup was actually like a bird in a black cloud.
I'm just going to come forward and say I also had that thought. So we're all there.
But the thing
maybe
is,
we all get it.
It would be kind of clean though.
It'd be kind of nice.
It would be really nice.
It would be.
Yeah, for sure.
I had from Car C Headrest from Cute Thing. Let me light your cigarette. Come visit Kansas for a week of debauchery. I'm thinking like just the album cover, but when they're hugging, they have like C's and B's in their hands because they're like about to hug while they're really drunk, and they're like, yeah, this is a week. They've been in Kansas for a week of debauchery.
You could put Kansas like the outline
of
Kansas as the backdrop behind it too.
Yeah. Or like some sort of plaque.
Yeah,
I can see that for sure. Yeah, pretty simple. I didn't do too well on the inks this week, boys.
On the inks. Too busy with the
inks. Yeah.
Nah, it was good. I liked it. Let's do the ad. Our favourite songs, one from each album, that we can chuck in our big Spotify playlist, the Record Royale ads. All right, Jackson, what were your favourite songs?
Well, I feel like I've already got the impression that we might all be on the same page here. But but Beach Life in Death is my favourite song off of the Car Seat Headrest record. Mm-hmm. And then my favourite song of beach music, I feel like it's boring, but it's just like an old friend. It's got to be Kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny because they were my two exactly as well.
Yeah, they were mine too as well. But I've got backups, don't worry.
Damn.
I might go Bug then for beach music.
Yep.
I like how it comes in off intro pretty well. For Twin Fantasy, can I say Stop Smoking, We Love You?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to. Go through a minute and a half.
Right? It's an excellent track.
Yeah, it doesn't
so
overstay its welcome, and I like it. And it's a nice change up, especially after 13 minutes of Beach Life in Death. I think it's cool. It's good that he didn't go straight into another rock epic. Adam?
For Alex G, I'm going to go with Mud. I think Mud is really, like, I found it's super eerie. Like, it's kind of melancholic. Like a lot of his stuff is. I mean, it's harrowing. But it's kind of happy. I had written, it sounds like it could be a good song for like a trailer of a psychological thriller. It's just like a little bit scary, I reckon.
I just watched, Alex G just did the soundtrack for a movie for the big, maybe Cannes Film Festival.
Oh, true.
And it's like a horror movie about like, what was that, those like kind of scary videos that used to be on the internet, like with
jump scares.
Jump
no,
scares?
not like jump scares, like eerier than that. Like it was like a whole
Slender Man or something.
Yeah, like Slender Man, that kind of shit. Yeah.
Whoa.
So it's just like a series of these clips together, but there's a very Mud sounding track on that is like the closing track of the whole movie. So you're bang on, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
it makes me feel very uncomfortable in a really good way.
Do you remember the classic YouTube jump scares? Like the car going down the hill.
The car going down the hill.
Yeah, and then I could never watch that.
I saw a meme of it was like, who's the really old Prince? You see that really old? Is it Prince Charles?
Prince Charles, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, imagine if he watched this vid right now and it was that video of the car. I love that was a good series of memes.
No,
really old Prince.
Wait, is it Prince Charles?
I think it's Prince Charles.
I think so. Yeah, he's like 100, right?
Yeah,
he looks like a ghoul.
He was looking.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's Prince Philip, guys.
No, it is Prince Philip.
Prince Philip. Charles is
the youngest.
Yeah, Prince Philip is the He
and by young one, you mean Charles is like
stud.
still.
Phil's
old. Charles is like 80.
Yeah,
Charles is
a strapping young buck.
Harry's dad. Yeah. Queen Elizabeth, the minx. Let's do.
Hey, I didn't do my songs, bro.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say Brad, but Adam, you're still going. Sorry, I cut you off with Prince Philip and jump scare talk. Continue.
I'll go Bodies, even though it's the big single. I still get amazed at how good that song is. It's just one of those tracks that you think that you've gotten to the good bit and you haven't, and then it gets to a better bit, and then get through an even better bit. It's a very satisfying, and all the I like all the like meta talk about the actual structure of the song.
Yeah.
Where he's like, "This is the pre-chorus."
Did you see the Jimmy Fallon performance?
Yeah.
It's so funny.
He stops in the middle and he goes, "We usually do something here, but we're going to skip right to the end." It's so good. Yeah, so I'll say Bodies. There you
Sick.
go.
Decent as
Bradley.
radio. Jeez. You can take your pick, honestly, with the Alex G. Few highlights. I really like Ready. I thought that song kind of gives you goosebumps. Even I love Kicker's great. Thorns Bug Thorns Kicker. That is a great 3 in a row right there.
Strong. Yeah.
Super strong. But I'm gonna go a bit of a dark horse here. Walk. It's just like a minute and a half.
Oh, the instrumental. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I love that.
So beautiful.
It's kind of mathy.
I'm
it's
surprised.
Like math rocky. No, not math. It's such a weird time
it's
signature.
So cool.
That's they're all kind of have very weird times. You know, like very subtly like odd times.
Weird
throughout.
progressions and stuff. Yeah. I loved Walk.
No one nibbled on Bright Boy. I feel like
I was about to say that's like
almost the
standout.
strongest song. You know.
Maybe everyone was trying to look too cool. That's
That's true. I might go High to Death of Twin Fantasy.
Yeah.
I love the like the reverse synthy sort of sound that kind of comes in and out. And like the little kids in the little break, very cool. Yeah, that's about it.
Decent.
Nice, very cool. Smash it. Let's do Spocks and Spacks.
Everyone on your buzzers. Let's play
Spocks and Spacks.
All right. Unfortunately, I'm singing this week. Now, for the good people listening for the first time, and for Jackson, I'm going to be singing 3 tracks. 2 of them are from these albums. The third one will be from any album we've done on the podcast. But I've chosen a pretty well-known song, so hopefully you get it. But I'll be using different words to sing. And today I'm singing from... Hopefully the background doesn't cut off. It definitely will. I'm just going to read it. Hard Yards, the story of the Newcastle Knights.
Yes.
All right. And I'm reading from, or singing from, I should say, like the part in the book they talk about the 97 grand final win. Okay. And I'm doing Brad's method of playing the song and singing along to it. Okay, we need buzzers though. Adam, what do you want your buzzer to be if you think you got the right answer?
Bada bing, bada boom. That's mine today. What's yours, Brad?
I'm going to go, I need a piss, because I actually need to piss IRL as well. So, can we take a break real quick?
Let's go. Song 1 from one of these 2 albums. Here we go. I'm going to play it and sing along.
Oh, Jackson needs a buzzer.
Oh, true. Yeah,
true.
We cut him
off. Okay, maybe I'll do, so we have Rat Hammock have a theme song.
Whoa.
And we play it every gig, and I feel like I have to take every opportunity to kind of get word out about the theme song. So maybe I'll do our theme song, which is like do 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 Rat Hammock. And we're doing like 3-part harmony.
Great.
So I'll
We'll
just do that.
let you go.
Yeah.
All right, I'll listen out for these buzzers. All right, here we go. Song 1. Euphoric post-match, it seems they're both on the field and off we're interrupted only by the official.
I need a piss.
Brad?
Is it Thorns by Alex G?
No, unfortunately not. Okay, I'll have to
go
continue
again.
then.
Yeah.
All right.
Sucked in.
Davis, a 17-1 chance with the bookies was rightly presented the man of the
Bada bing.
match.
Is it
Yes,
Bug?
No,
Bugger.
unfortunately not. Again.
Am I
shall
the only?
continue.
Do I have to have a guess then, or is it?
No, they can.
No.
keep guessing. They
Just
can
make
keep
him
guessing.
suffer more.
Yeah, there's really not much.
Down, Bright Boy. It's Bright Boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bright Boy, what
Okay.
has made you
Well done.
frown?
Well done.
Sorry.
I tell you what, Brad, this is so much easier when you sing along to it.
Yeah, it's just like you don't know whether you had a key or not there.
Yeah, I could tell you right now. That was out of key.
Yeah.
All right. Song number 2. Also off one of these 2 albums. Here we go. Now I'm reading from 2001, their other premiership victory.
Excellent.
Okay. Let me find a good line. Okay. Oh, I didn't play the right song. All right, here we go. That number was dwarfed 3 days later when an estimated 80,000 lined the streets as the new champions parade.
Bada bing, stop smoking.
Rad Hammock.
Oh, you know.
You cut in.
Such a long
Your buzzer was so... Alright, Adam, let's give Jackson.
Game,
Jackson, what was your guess?
It stopped smoking.
It was stop smoking.
I'm sorry, Jackson. I thought you were.
No, that's okay.
I thought you were just singing a song in your head.
I thought you were singing a song.
Yeah. All right, maybe for this last one, I'll just go Bacawk or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna do a Bacawk now. I don't want to miss out again.
Damn, one apiece.
What a piece.
That is really, really funny. All right, all right, here we go. So this song is off one of the albums we've done on the pod. It's a big song though, so I'm hoping you get it. I don't think I need to sing along to it. I think I can wing this one. All right, here we go. Now I'm reading from 2010. Probably not the best year in the club's history. All right. The Cash App Tycoon agreed in September to buy the Newcastle's A-League franchise.
Oh,
The Jets
bada bing.
went... Adam?
Jimmy Eat World, the middle.
It is the middle by Jimmy.
Yes.
It's a great
I
song.
never go well in this game.
Nice,
Impressive, Adam.
Dude, this is my
Jeez
first one ever.
Louise.
I
Very
really want to
good.
get to the chorus. Let me read a
Thanks,
line with
guys.
the
Yeah.
chorus.
I only won it because Jackson had such a long buzzer.
At age 30... Oh, I can't remember the chorus.
It's a lesson learned. Maybe
It's awesome.
give that in your email. Like, and by the way, like when it comes time to choose a buzzer, make it really short because people are very aggressive here.
We want to win.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's our little hack, so we always win that segment.
Yeah, fair enough.
That was great. I think I did way
You did
better.
a really, really great job, Will.
3 weeks
Excellent
ago,
job.
I did. I don't know how well do you
So-
know your Rage Against the Machine, Jackson?
Oh, like I know like 9 songs quite well and nothing else. I mean,
Well,
did they
you know
have,
how
that's
they-
pretty much all of it, right?
They don't have too many like
album.
the vocals aren't too melodic.
Oh,
I
yeah.
chose a freaking Rage Against the Machine song to sing, and it was the darkest moment on this podcast.
It was
history.
hard. It was hard.
And for a long time.
I had to sing the riff.
Do you ever yeah, well you haven't gotten to a point where you need to just go like, okay, no one's going to get this, we got to move on.
I think a couple of times that's happened.
The worst thing is when you
unfortunately.
keep going and then you get to a point in the song where you can't remember the rest of it. Mm-hmm. So you're just like, all right, I'll just do the same thing I just did.
Yeah, you got to
before.
start again.
Well, that's what I just did for
Still don't
Bright
get
Boy,
it.
yeah. But
It's hard.
great times there.
I
Let's
thought
do
you did
Two
a great
Truths.
job then.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Let's bring it home with 2 Truths and a Lie. All right, Bradley's up this week, as we've mentioned, because we've carked half of his facts or fibs.
Poor Bradley.
Brad's
Or
got
fibs.
3 statements.
You don't know.
Which one's the lie? All right, hit us with it,
Righty-o.
Bradley.
Let's go. So we got 3 statements here. One's a lie, 2 are truthful. Here we go. Number 1. Oh, I can't. Give me 1 sec.
That's a lie.
Want a big hyperlink in front of one of my facts.
Oh, that's true. Probably something.
It's got to be true there.
It's got to be true.
Number one's
copy-
true.
He's copy
Adam is
pasted it from
slaying
Wikipedia.
right now.
You're in my brain, Adam. All right, here we go. Number 1. The car seat headrest official subreddit has over 30,000 followers. Number 2.
Do we hear them all first?
With a
just
link to
quickly?
the subreddit.
We do, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Number 2. Alex G's sister has painted nearly every single album cover besides Trick. Number 3. Alex G had a high school pop band with her older sister named the Skin Cells.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't number 2 have to be true because you mentioned it earlier before? Or was that
maybe.
your...
No, well, it could have been a fib, you know?
And also, I'm thinking... Wait, go, Jackson.
Oh, okay. Well, how important is it we have a discussion? I think I'm quite confident, quietly very confident on this, but I could
okay.
be wrong. Maybe as soon as I say that, I'm out. So
The only thing I want to say is Brad After butchering the hyperlink, he might have swapped around the numbers. He might have read number 3 first, so to trick us, thinking number 1.
Yeah, you can believe whatever you want, man.
I think that number 1 is true, and I think that number 2 is true. She's painted almost all of them except for Trick, which was the photo of the dog running down the church, which is she took that photograph though.
There you go.
And
cool.
Number 3 is incorrect. Alex G was in the Skin Cells, but his sister wasn't in that band.
I'm going to lock in 3.
Yeah, I'm going to follow this guy because he knows what he's talking about.
All right, Brad, we're all going with 3.
Uh-oh.
I gotta hope Jackson's right here.
Look. Yeah. Righto. You got me.
Is that right?
Yeah. His sister was not in the band.
Oh, that was the most...
Brad, I feel so sorry for you.
That's alright. It's cool.
But his sister, his sister did release a record.
Really?
Yeah, not that long ago. That's like very weird electronica. Yeah.
Out of interest, Brad, which was the fact that you got mid-episode?
It was that one.
Oh, the lie.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
You made up the lie during the episode.
Yeah, because my other one, yeah.
What was the previous lie?
The Frank Orange.
Yeah. No, it was something about that. It was like an extra lie to it, and I had to get rid of it.
Oh.
Because I was like, yeah, you guys are just going to figure it. Like, it was the truth, and then there was a bit more. And I was like, you guys are just going to figure it out. Yeah.
Half-truth.
Look. Hey, it was a bit of a botch of a section, but you know.
That was not a botch.
That was, we all learned something.
Yeah.
I think it's great that we had some cold hard facts just laid out on the floor for us.
I'm sorry, I was just
No,
I was
apologize.
pretty obsessed with Alex G, and then also like Will Toledo is a furry, like as if he isn't gonna have a huge Reddit following.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Well,
it's
yeah.
so true. He's a big boy in that scene.
That was
sure.
That was the best Too Truthful lie ever. All right, let's we're on a roll. Let's rate these albums out of 10. What do you want to give it? Out of 10 what?
Oh shit, it's my turn, eh?
No, we've pissed that off long ago, Brad. We forget every week. Maybe I don't know.
10 bugs.
Bugs.
Oh yeah.
Out of 10 bugs for beach music, and then maybe out of 10, I don't know, famous prophets.
Oh yeah, okay, that's sick.
For Twin Fantasy. All right. Yeah. Jackson, guest goes first. And we don't do decimals, so it's a flat.
I did hear that on the last one that I listened to actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give.
We'll do beach music first. We'll go around the room.
Okay. I gotta give beach. Look, it might even seem a bit harsh. It's one of my favorite albums of all time, but I'm gonna give it an 8. 8 bugs.
Yep.
I think it's very, maybe even a weak 8 bugs.
Whoa.
And it's one of your favorite albums of all time.
Yeah.
Would that be because it's not as good as the other ones you would say, in retrospect?
I don't know, man. I'm just, I don't want to just fanboy up here and give everything
you're allowed.
10.
Hey, we've given multiple 10s.
We do all the time. We're the worst music reviewers ever.
I think that it's so intertwined with nostalgia for me that I think that maybe it would colour it, and I think that accurately it's like maybe 8 is the right answer.
Nice.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Sensible. I like it.
I'm going to go 7. I liked it, and I can see myself actually going back to it, but it's not exactly what I'm chasing in music. It's pretty somber and like kind of weird. Like I don't mind that stuff from time to time, but and I appreciate it though. I really like the mix of it all and how the vocals sat kind of oddly. But yeah, I'm going to go 7. Adam?
I'm going to go an 8 on this one. I really liked it, and I've been looking for a entry into Alex G for a long time, and I think this is going to be the pathway for me, and I'm going to now become addicted for 6 months or whatever. But yeah, I loved it. All the vocal melodies on it and stuff are kind of, as you were saying, like Osto Osto, not exactly like it, but just kind of beautiful little lo-fi melodies, and felt a lot of the songwriting, like the lyrics and stuff. Like I had to think about it, but like I got a lot out of it each listen, I think. We've done some albums when they've been too abstract and you just can't cling on to anything, but this one's like just the right amount, I would say. Yeah, I loved it. 8.
Sick. Brad?
Yeah, I think I'm going to notch it down and put it down a notch to a 7. I think House of Sugar is a masterpiece. and that's almost a 10. So, and I think this is probably my second favourite Alex G album though. I think songs like Snot, the last track, Kicker and Walk all sound like a prequel or like precursors to the foundation that House of Sugar became.
Right.
And I think when I listen to those, I'll just think when I listen to these songs, I think I just like House of Sugar more.
Right.
Therefore, I think they're better. And I think Rocket kind of does that as well with like the whole bluegrass part of that album as well that then leads into House of Sugar. But I think that Alex G just gives some sort of whatever type of emotional response it is, it always gives me some. And there's something that it's so hard to pinpoint what it is. He just has some sort of life and atmosphere breathing within his music. And I think there's fewer people that can do that. So I think, 7 feels good because it's not as good as House of Sugar. And that's like an 8 or a 9. Maybe a 10. Who knows? That
was such a thoughtful 7 review. Like, it's such a caring review for a 7.
I had a good hard think about it because I'm legit torn down the middle and I need serious help because Adam might beat my head in if I give Twin Fantasy someone less. Who knows?
Well, let's see. Let's do Twin Fantasy. What was it? Our 10 prophets? Famous prophets.
Oh, yeah, 10 famous prophets.
Yeah.
What do you got for us, Jackson?
Okay, I'm going to... controversially, I'm going to give the record 9 famous prophets out of 10, even though I like beach music more.
What?
I just got to do it. It's just like I was saying in the introduction, it's such a strong piece of art, and I love the story. I love the idea that he made the record once, and then he was like, "Oh, I made it in my car, and it sounded like trash, but I really loved it." And now that I've got a label behind me, I would love to just make this same record again. And he didn't change anything. Like all the arrangements are essentially exactly the same. Yeah. He just used better sounds. Yeah. And I love that part of it. And I love all of the interwoven lyrical references between the songs and between other albums. And I love the 15-minute tracks. So I think for ambition and delivery on the late one, I got to give it a 9. Even though I think, beach music is definitely a preferable album for me.
That's got to be a podcast first.
No, I reckon I've done that before. That's albums that I
understand the
going with
the
your head
thought
instead of
process.
your heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 8 famous prophets. I think that's really cool. Hey, how that he did the album and then 6 years or 7 years later he did it again, because that's pretty rare. And musicians tend to say, "Nah, my early shit sucks. Check out this new album." But he's just like, "Nah, I want to do that again." That's really cool. And I think the songs are really well thought out. Even the 13, 16-minute tracks, I actually want to listen to all of it, which is super, super rare in like any genre of music where it's a long song. But they're all really interesting, and they just keep going places. And it's cool. I really liked it. And I'll be definitely going back to this little number. So I'm giving it an 8. Adam?
Decent. I'm going to give it a 9. As Brad was probably expecting. I love this album so much. I probably, funnily enough, still like Teens of Denial better, even though that's kind of like not a real Car Seat Headrest fan thing to say. But that would be, for me, getting up there with the big boys, I would say. This one, it's a 9. I love the concept. I love how it's not just one. It is like a concept album, but there's just so many different interwoven concepts that run all the way through it. And I love that, as you guys said, how he did the re-release. Because I was such a big fan of Teens of Denial when it came out, and that was kind of my entry. Even though this is an older album, it didn't feel like a dip, which is a crazy thing as well, I would say. It felt like it was almost a normal succession, almost. I love this album, and all the lyrics, and as you were saying before, it's just it's normal. A lot of it's like pretty straight rock elements, but it's just put together so well. It's a lesson in structure, I would say.
Cool. Riley?
Yeah, I think I could agree with what Jackson said. If in my own spare time, I'd probably rather listen to beach music. But this album is absolutely undeniable. The ambition on it is crazy. The audacity to go and redo your own album.
The audacity.
And bring it into its own. Yeah, it's so good. He's bringing rock back. He bring rock back pretty much. Even though it's not back yet at all. But it made rock so cool. It's such a cool album. Yeah, 8. Easy 8. Close to a 9. Maybe.
Decent.
I'll keep it 8 though.
An easy 8 for the gentleman.
Yeah.
Cool. Easy win, you should say, for Twin Fantasy. You got 34 out of 40. Beat Beach Music 30 out of 40. Cool. Did you guys see that one coming? That little win there? What did you think, Jackson? Do you think Beach Music is more of an accessible album? I think it would, because I don't know if it is.
Well, do you know if the weird thing about that is obviously like Twin Fantasy is not an accessible album. Just looking at the track listing and the track time, that's enough. You know, like the first single goes for 15 minutes or whatever. It's like pretty much turn it off straight away.
Second track on the album as well. That's such a
exactly. Yeah. So, but I think for the reasons that we've already kind of touched on, where for the most part, I mean, there were some bangers, some like rock bangers on that album as well that were pretty accessible. Stop Smoking as well is a really accessible track. But Beach Music is so much. Obviously one person's world, you know, like someone bedroom producer sitting in their room covering a lot of different genres in a pretty shit way, like a pretty shitty kind of approach to it, idiosyncratic the entire time. So I think that that's probably pretty that can be a brick wall for someone especially if you're not into the Alex G sound. So I
sounds
think
very honest.
Yeah,
I'd say it's a very honest representation. It doesn't feel like he's doing anything to make himself
and
look
definitely
cooler.
not trying to be we praised the cohesion of story and of production with Twin Fantasy, and I feel like Beach Music is the opposite of that. No interest in cohesion.
Kind of in a good way though.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sure. Sick.
Well
all right, let's wrap this episode up. Hey Jackson, thanks so much for coming on the show, man. You've been bloody great. It was a good one.
Thank you so much for having me. It was an absolute pleasure, and thanks for listening to these records.
Thank you for bringing them on. That's the best thing about doing the pod. We just get to listen to different music every week. And next week, it's 70s disco week. That's right.
I'm so keen.
I am so keen. We are doing Earth, Wind and Fire, their album I Am, against the Bee Gees and their album Children of the World.
Oh, no way.
Oh, I'm going to be dancing all week.
I've been listening to this Earth, Wind and Fire album since we decided this like a month ago.
I'm not gonna lie, it could be an early 10. Like, it's so good.
I've been walking to work listening to it, and I just want to like do some spins while I'm
levitating,
start strutting.
It's so good. You think that like
so good.
I've listened to it a bit already because it's fucking amazing. But like, there's a bit of what's the song? It comes out of the song Star. It comes out of Boogie Wonderland, which is the biggest single. And then you think it's going to be like a bit chill. And then Star is just like this funk masterpiece of a track. It's unbelievable. Anyway, we'll get into it next week. Yeah.
It's going to be 2 hours.
Just want to
We
record
can
it
stick
now.
around. I'll just have a quick listen. And, I'm happy to do this one too. It sounds
Get
excellent.
a soda.
Oh my God. I'm so keen for next week.
Oh,
but anyway,
good.
thank you, Jackson, for coming on tonight. Bloody appreciate it.
thank
It's
you,
been
guys.
great. Everyone check out Rat Hammock. Freaking awesome Melbourne band. Seriously, one of the best bands going around at the moment. You can find them on all the good shit socials, as you can find us at Record Royale. And remember, we've teased it, but episode 50 is coming up, and we're going to be getting some guests. There's a few guest opportunities going to be popping up. We'll post about on the socials soon. We do have a Facebook group, but fuck, man, we have not posted that in a while.
Don't bother.
Yeah, I mean, you can join it if you want. I mean, I might post in it. I don't know. Just listen to Earth, Wind, Fire and the Bee Gees for the next week. I tell you, I told you. I told you. All right, let's wrap it up. All right, see you later. Bye. See you, Jackson.
See ya.